my question is to the Minister of Finance. Here are the facts of your so-called progressive budget. Program spending is flatlined for 3 years between 2014-15, 2017-18. But given inflation and the growing population, that's a plan essentially to cut spending by 3% each year. That's a 9% cut in real terms in program spending over 3 years. You didn't talk about that during the election. Even the Globe and Mail calls this budget for what it is. It is an austerity budget. Will the Premier finally admit that a budget that cuts real program spending by 9% is anything but progressive? It is an austerity budget, pure and simple.
Thank you. Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It was a real pleasure yesterday to reintroduce the budget that is progressive, that is positive, that does balance the vote by 2017-18, and it looks after the best interests of the people of our province. People of the province who have, in fact, reviewed the budget over the last 60 days and have endorsed exactly the plan that we're putting forward, and it's a 10-year plan. We recognize the challenges that we face. That's why we've taken all the essential, necessary steps to recalibrate our spending where necessary, and we will cut where we can. We will invest where we must, because that is what's going to enable us to succeed in the future for the benefit of our children and our grandchildren, so that we do not pass the burden of debt on to future generations. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So as I was saying, this is an austerity budget. And it gets worse because that 9% real cut to programs and services is going to cut far deeper in some areas than in others. This budget will hurt the people of this province, and you know it. Everyone in this House actually knows it. So we're talking about a potential 10% cut or more in programs and services that everyday folks depend upon. But this government won't come clean with the public and tell us where the cuts are going to fall. Will this government finally admit that its so-called progressive budget is truly a Trojan horse budget? And will it tell us where those 9% cuts are going to happen, where it's going to hurt the people of this province, and how you are actually going to balance this budget?